Most people scroll right past this product, but I've been flipping it for 60 over and over and over again. And the best part is it's only $14. And I'm gonna show you exactly in this video how this product can put you on the right track for your reselling business on platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and more. Now, let's talk about the product in whole. So these are the AirPod, and I call them clones, right? Now, I wanna make sure you guys are very clear on this product, right? This product does not have any Apple logos, no Apple logos at all. It does not portray to be a Apple product at all. It has the UPC right here, it has the back, and it also has the front, but it is not, I repeat, not portraying to be any Apple product. Now, this makes it different. Now, before I tell you exactly why I got this product, I want to make this very clear. My name is Brandon, and I give you tips and tricks on how to start and also maintain your reselling business. I've been doing this for over a decade. I love reselling. This is not something I do for fun. This is not something I do for a side or a hobby. This is my life, right? 4 phone stores, 1 wholesale warehouse, and I've been able to struggle, fail, get back up, and keep moving and succeeding. Now, when it comes to profiting and it comes to making money from a product like this, I first started with replicas, just like most of us, seeing all of these people selling these fake products that just seem to just always hit. Now they're paying $30 to $40 for these replicas and selling them for astronomically high amounts. But what a lot of these people are not telling you is about the chargebacks they get. Similar to the drop shipping gurus, you have a bunch of content creators talking about how replicas sell great and they sell them all the time. But again, they do not keep the customer. Now, I was able to clear almost 6 figures 2 years ago selling replicas on my Shopify store and also eBay and Mercari. What happened was I started to get a little frustrated because I started to realize that this is hurting my brand instead of helping it. Because when I was selling the replicas, I was selling them just like they were Apple, even though they weren't. And knowing that they weren't Apple, they felt like it and they looked like it and the box looked real. I had a big, humongous fine for trying to sell them in my store. I also had chargebacks up the wazoo on Shopify. I had a bunch of returns on eBay and Mercari. And then I thought to myself, something has to change. Because yes, I do see the value for people wanting these products, but why are they buying it? So what I had to realize is people aren't buying these replicas because of just the price. They're buying it because they feel like they are willing to take a risk on a lower scale product, even though they know for a fact most of the people selling these fake AirPods are capping, right? Because you can go on eBay and see somebody selling a real pair of AirPods for like $175, and then you see $50 AirPods. Like, you already know there's a fake. But what they do is they are willing to sacrifice or give a chance, and when they get the packaging and when they open it up, everything looks cool, clean, and crisp. It looks identical. But then when they use the headphones, they get upset because when they go to the gym, they can't hear the people they're talking to, or the people they're talking to can't hear them. When they're running or moving actively, the headphones stop working. Like, all of these systematic issues happen, which then in return make them upset. They create cases, give chargebacks, not just because you said they were real and they weren't, but because they did not perform. Now, I had to find and search a distributor that actually would be able to get me headphones that actually worked. Now, these headphones had to look similar, they had to feel similar, and they had to actually do what they were supposed to. Here are the AirPod Gen 2 clones. Now, these are very much similar to replicas, very much. But the only difference is we do not sell these as replicas. These are just headphones, in-ear wireless headphones. I rarely will call these clones at all because, again, the important part is us making sure the customer gets the experience they want for the price they want to pay. It's not about trying to finesse the system or even lie, because see, that's what always comes back to hurt us. Now, I want to be very clear, right? Where do I get these? Where do I sell them? So I get these at wesply.com. That is my wholesale website. We're all resellers. I'm talking about resellers like you and I, people that may not have any EIN or reselling paperwork or even a reseller's permit. You can still get wholesale. And guess what? Everything ships from the United States of America. You have 2-day shipping available. Now, that's where I get them. But where I sell them? You got platforms like eBay, Mercari, and more. But I also sell these customer facing. Now, I'd say that because it's important for you guys to know I actually sell these in front of people. I look at people in their eyes and I tell them these are not real. And they test them out. They look at them. They feel them. It has the weight. It has the feel. It has the bass, the sound, and they love it. Now, I found the distributor probably around 18 months ago that was selling these to me, and he did an awesome job. I told him, listen, I don't want replicas, I don't want a box that has any Apple logo, I just have to make sure that this product is discreet. I told him about my issues and he provided this. I was then skeptical, so what I did was I went to a flea market with I think I had like maybe 22 of them. About 15 sold. And then I knew it's time for me to start listing these. And what I did after that was even more interesting. So yes, we left the flea market packed up, and then I went back. And the reason I went back is because if you have ever did a pop-up shop or a flea market, you know that when you're selling electronics, if it's a bad electronic, they'll come back. So I went back and did not see anyone return. I only sold the remaining ones. This was important for me because I wanted to make sure that I was protecting my brand online, but first I had to make sure customers liked it. First, I had to make sure that it actually did the functions that customers wanted. And yes, I tested it myself, but that doesn't matter. It's biased, right? Like if I go and say, yeah, they work, that's biased. I wanted to make sure it actually worked for customers, and it did. So then I started listing them on eBay, Mercari, and the way I did it was I didn't price gouge. I didn't say, oh my God, buy this $14 headphone for $120. I didn't do that. What I did was I listed it for $60. Why? Because see, when you get these type of products that don't cost too much, but also are products people want, you want to literally look at it as you want more quantity sales rather than high profit margin sales. Because if I get and can touch multiple customers, that gives me more brand recognition. It gives me more of a reach. If I was just getting profit margin, it would be good because I would have profit, but I would also have more risk because what if that person does a chargeback? So hence why I only sell them for $60 right now, because if I sell them for $60, then I'll be able to, if they did get a chargeback, I can recoup, right? Because I can sell another one. Another one's probably coming out the door right now, but also I maintain being able to keep my money safe because I'm not overcharging. I'm giving the customer exactly what they expect, and I'm only selling these as in-the-ear wireless headphones. I want to make that clear. Not as anything else, but in-the-ear wireless headphones. You know why? Because the picture does all it needs to do. When they see something familiar, they automatically say, this looks like that. So this is that. So I don't have to do any talking. I don't have to do any finessing. And guess what? When it comes to any type of issues, I can always refer back to the listing because I was 100% honest. Now, speaking of honest, I want to just do a run through of how I list these. Now, I list the title as in-ear wireless headphones. I don't put anything with Apple. In the description, I put literally, these are not AirPods. These are in-the-ear wireless headphones. That's it. I don't make it too complicated. I'm very much flexible and I make it make sense, right? Now, next, what I do is I work on the pricing, which I just explained. I make sure that I price it at a reasonable amount. Now, I would say like maybe in October, I'll put it from 60 to 80 just because of the before holiday rush, right? But again, I make sure that I price this at a reasonable amount. Now, after that, I make sure the quantity is at 5 because every time I sell 5, I probably go up $1 or, I want to know when I'm running out because it shows me how the product is doing good or how it is doing. Next, I do promotions. So I usually go to the general promotions and I'll go and start at 2 to 5%, but I'll start at 5% for something like these AirPod or these clones, these in the ear clones. I want to stop saying AirPod, but that's how I list them. And when somebody sells, so I think that it's important. When somebody sells these headphones as something they're not, they're hurting the whole ecosystem. So I think when customers see somebody selling it as it is, just wireless headphones, you build trust. And when they buy it from me, I always message them and I say, hey, thank you so much for buying. I hope that you are excited, and I definitely would like feedback when you get it. Now, if a customer asks me, hey, are these real? I'll say, hey, please inspect what you expect in the description, because remember, in the description I say these are not AirPod headphones. These are in the ear wireless headphones. I'm completely honest from the beginning to end. Now, why does this work? It works because this is a high ticket product. People lose it all the time. People find themselves wanting to blend in and have headphones like everyone else. This works because this is something that is reasonable. The price makes sense. The price isn't complicated. And most importantly, you're able to not only be flexible, but you're able to give customers an experience without them having to pay a premium price. This works because on these platforms, it's completely allowed. It works because this box doesn't have any Apple logo. The box doesn't have any Apple signage at all, nor is it portraying to be an Apple product. This works because we made sure we crossed our T's and dotted our I's to make it an effort to not violate any of the policies so we can keep our accounts and stay ban free. Now that I covered that, guys, if you have not already got you some of these in the ear wireless headphones, definitely go and get them. Guys, I have reviews on my review channel, Gadget Hustle, of this product, but if you would like it, definitely can get it for $14 today. This is definitely something you want to stock up on because you want to start selling this in Q4 for sure, and especially during the holidays. And again, make sure you don't get your account banned. Continue to grind, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment. Make sure you guys subscribe. My name is Brandon Jones, and I give you 100% true, honest, and most importantly, real reselling help, tips, and tricks. Peace.